pot marigold. Not actually a marigold. All the marigolds are actually tagetes. Okay, so calendula has got a more of a rough feel to the leaf. It's not rough, but it's more rough in the things that we felt today. You can kind of see some of the pubescence, a little bit of pubescence on the actual leaf, and a lot more underneath the actual leaf. All right, so on the bottom of the leaf. Okay, stems are coarse textured and relatively coarse and somewhat twisted, I suppose, as they sort of come out. And then once you get the actual blooms, they're composite flowers. All right. So you got rays and discs, and they occur mostly yellows and oranges. Okay.
They have very strong smell when you touch it.
Yes. They have an interesting. Most people would probably call that an odor rather than a fragrance, because an odor is not pleasant and a fragrance is, right? Okay. Composite flowers. We talked about yellow and oranges, and typically the disc parts are much darker than the rays. Okay. Again, we planted these out last fall, and they all died through the winter. So not quite as hardy as some of these other plants that we planted out. Calendula, officinalis. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it really does have a unique smell. I guess I'd never really paid much attention to it, but it is. Could you call that fetid? It does not smell good.
I noticed that the leaf bases kind of wrap around the stems.
Yeah. A lot of times you could almost call it, I suppose you call it an auriculate leaf base, because it's kind of got almost a set of ears on there. Yes. So that's a good observance. Yeah. Leaf bases sort of wrap around it. And then this one, I hesitate to say that they all twist like this, but this one does make a twist. You can feel it. It almost has a, and the stems, they are rounded, but it almost has sort of, a winged feel to it, almost square. Okay? And this one is much more leggy than typical. You typically see this, it would be much more rounded and thick, but because these were grown in the hoop houses back here, they were protected from really cold temperatures. They began to sort of stretch more than most of this calendula would. Okay. Everybody happy?